back to our channel, Conversations with the Good,
Good
News,
news
Couple.
couple, yes.
Gosh, aren't you in a rush? Yo. Hi, babe.
How are you?
I'm okay.
Yeah, we're back, guys, and yeah, it's another episode. Should you say episode? It's another another conversation with
Yeah.
us. Yes, it's
Chit chats.
chit chat. It's winter. There's COVID. There's everything, guys. But before we start, I just want to say, guys, take care of yourselves out there.
Yeah,
This thing is real.
it's
We
real.
might joke about it, but stay safe, follow government regulations.
Yeah.
This thing too shall pass.
Exactly.
But in the meantime, when you are there, let us come to your living room, let us come to your phone, and we're gonna talk about something today.
Hot topic.
Okay, if you're new to this channel, remember to like, subscribe, and share.
Yeah.
So we're gonna talk about something. She'll introduce it. Yeah.
I don't know why I have to do this, but yeah. So today's topic is hot, guys. Flames, I'm telling you. I've been so excited all day to share this one with you. So we're just going to point out 5 things that we think are really, really important in marriage. They are like the building blocks of the foundation, when you get into marriage. So, shoo, guys.
This topic is something else because like we have termed it, what we feel like are the top 5 things that need to be laid out, especially if you are getting into marriage, because they can prove to be something that you're gonna wonder, what did I get myself into, but we're just gonna lay it out for you there and there. So the first thing that
maybe
okay,
to point out before we go on, guys, we are no marriage gurus.
Disclaimer.
Exactly.
Disclaimer. Let it be known.
We are not marriage gurus. We're just talking from experience of what we have observed, from our marriage. So don't take it as though we're the gurus in this thing.
Yes, thank you for that. She's telling the truth. What we share on this channel, what we share here is mostly from experience. We want to give you guys the raw truth of things. We are not gonna talk about things that we have read in a book. We're gonna not tell you that no, you need to do this and this and this and this. We are telling you what we have experienced, as a young couple, as a young married couple, So let's dive into it. I can see she doesn't want to talk about this thing, like she just wants to know, but we're gonna diverge into it. So the first thing that you need to talk about is...
Why are you putting me on the limelight?
Because I feel like this topic...
Number 1, guys. Number 1.
Yes.
Guys, before you say I do, I don't know. This is something that is debatable, but we believe strongly in it as a couple.
Yes.
Before you say I do, guys, it's important for you to sit and talk about your past. What happened in my past, what happened in your past. To say, these are the people that I've been with. And you would come and say, these are the people I've been with. These are my exes. And for us to both know, right? And for us to what? Keep away. Guys, keep away. Ahang fence. No, isn't fence. Stop nonsense. Please keep your exes away from your current. They should not be creeping and crawling into your marriage or your relationship. That is why it's important to let your partner know that I've been with this person, but this is my past. And I'm going to keep them away. Guys, the ex do kgona go ruina your relationship. They can even break your marriage. I'm going to breathe.
Let me jump into that because, she takes these issues very seriously,
I do.
and when I say very seriously, it's every couple's desire to be open to each other and to be faithful to each other. You know, we all strive to be faithful to each other. You know, I know there's this term that, you know, let me just say this. No one is too good or too bad to be tempted. Are you hearing me?
That's true.
But it is our everyday things that we do, habits and people that we keep around.
Yeah.
Your temptation doesn't come from far.
Yeah.
It's just next to you.
It's so close.
Are you hearing us?
Mm-hmm.
It's just next to you. So in other things, you need just to run away and keep them away.
Mm-hmm.
And she said a very important point. You know, the first thing that we're going to talk about is talking about your past.
Mm-hmm.
I know a lot of you out there, you know, others just say, no, if I talk about my past, it's going to ruin my present.
Yeah.
You know, if the others say the reason why this thing is in the past, it should remain in the past. But in actual fact, if you have talked to your partner and said, babe, I've been with this person, or I've been with the person, or this happened here, it leaves no room for surprises.
Mm-hmm.
You know what? Yeah, you don't want any awkward moments. Let's say you're at a party, you're at an event, and then maybe somebody who knows you from high school comes up to you and says, do you remember so and so? You remember that you used to sneak around with so and so and you guys did this and this. And that saying those things in front of your partner. And imagine your partner doesn't know.
I'd like to say something, guys.
Okay.
You know, these people, but these people that you've been with in your past,
yeah,
they have this tendency of being so comfortable around you.
Yeah.
They don't come up to you at the party and say, hey, They run to you and they hug. You are there with your wife. The person runs and grabs you and hugs you, and you are there. The wife is just there, like, and then these are the kind of surprises we're talking about, guys.
Yeah, it's very true. So we don't want any awkward moments. You know, there's a lot of things that can go bad if you don't talk about these things. And also, again, when we leave that one about awkward moments, if you don't talk about the past, you know, it's reality. Some of you are from abusive relationships. Some of you were in very toxic relationships. That if you don't talk to your partner about it, you find that it can even come and affect your intimacy. It can even come and affect just the way you relate with your person. Because you'd want to be touchy-touchy, you'd want to be lovey-dovey, but they are from a point where maybe the previous relationship was abusive, was this and that, you know, there was too much infidelity, there was a lot of unfaithfulness, now they don't trust, but you come with good intentions and your partner is not able to handle you well. But if you had told your partner about what you've been through, then your partner would have learned how to handle you. You know, he or she would know which buttons to press or not to press. And you would know also, how do I act? You know, how do I handle myself in front of my partner that don't trigger what long happened?
Yeah, that's true.
You see the importance of it. So you need to talk about these things. And guys, please, talk about it. I know it's a taboo. We know it's a taboo that people don't want to talk about their past, but we don't want awkward moments that can break. Imagine after 3 years or 5 years into the marriage or the relationship, and then just a tiny thing that could have been avoided comes and rocks your boat. You know. So, but if you've said those things and you've set your limits and you keep them away, and like I said, your temptations as a couple, they don't come from afar. They are from people that you know. They are from people from high school, they are from people from junior school, they are from people from tertiary, from your workplace. So you need to talk about this stuff. Now the second thing.
Before we just go to the second thing, I'm just reminded of something. Like I was saying, these people are often comfortable with us, and we too, because we've related with them in a deeper level. We are also a bit comfortable with them. That you find it's a norm that one of us, if we're still keeping them, one of us would find comfort in those. So it's also a risk to your marriage or your relationship, in the sense that you're finding comfort in the wrong person. When you're supposed to be talking to your wife. It's easier said than done. It's true. It's easier said than done. But if we could just keep the principle of keeping them away, cutting them off, I think it's the most healthiest thing you could do for your marriage.
You said a very important point, because especially that if instead of you talking to your partner now you find comfort in this person, you know why you find comfort in that person is because they are the person that know you the best. They know what you've been about, they know where you're coming from, and you'd feel so much comfortable and safe with you talking to them. But what you don't know is that when you open up to them, you're actually opening your vulnerable side to them, and they're able, at that moment, that temporary moment, you feel like, oh wow, this person has my interest, at heart, and that is opening up what? A can of worms that you won't be able to close. And they're going to eat away your relationship, and they're going to eat away your marriage. So to scare you with worms. But that's how it will go. Now, on to the second thing. The second thing that we're going to talk about, and this one especially for married couples, family boundaries. After after marriage, guys, a lot, you're gonna experience a lot. We'd like to keep it real. We'd like to keep it real because we found it real. Things that we faced.
It's real on these streets. On Marriageville. It's real.
On Marriageville, now it's very important that before you say I do to your partner, you actually tell them the honest truth about your family. Guys, when I say the honest truth, to the latter, from the aunt, from the sister, from the mother, from the father to the uncle, tell your partner what kind of family they are getting married into. It's so sad and it's so shocking after you guys are married, and then now you get to introduce, kalenyalo, it's just happy, it's fast, but after that now reality hits. Now when you visit, when everybody's sober, when the music is not there, when everybody's sober, now you need to introduce your person to this family. Some of you, some of you, your families, maybe they curse too much, go itolela hela, in a sense. Wa itse gore malome a go ke motho e leng gore o bua ha ngwe o bua hela he la wena yana le yana ha ngwe, referring to anyone, ha ngwe your mom, ha ngwe your uncle or your dad. But if you don't tell your partner how your family set up is, they're going to get the shock of their life. It's gonna hurt their feelings. It's gonna mess with them, because let's be honest, when I get married to her, I want to impress them automatically. When she gets married to me, she wants to impress my side. But it's going to be difficult that, she's going to try to be this well-rounded person, yet people are just throwing words at her. And it's like, but Sam, you didn't tell me that your aunt is this ruthless. Like, you didn't tell me that your uncle can just call me other names that are inappropriate. But it's just how it is. It's just your family setup. So it's very important that you fill them in on what to expect, so that when it happens, when that auntie says something, when that malume, or when the dad-in-law or the mom-in-law says something, it's not a total shock to them. They're like, but you long said this thing, then they're able to relax and know how to relate with that person.
That's true.
And know how to relate with that person.
And this one it's a burning topic for all married people, because this in-law topic, everybody, it's true. When you get married, you're trying to impress your in-laws. You want them to be happy with you. Same as you'd want my parents, to like you, to be happy with you, But there's this notion that you're not supposed to, but you, especially with females, you just don't get along with the in-laws. I don't know what it is, but honestly, guys, when you communicate, expect this from my family. It doesn't always have to be an issue of being ruthless. Explain to them, my family is they're very lovey-dovey kind. You know, my family is the very united, supportive kind. They will call you. If you are sick, each and every one of them will call you. You know, you know, so that it's not like I'm like, yo Sam, today your whole family is just calling me. You know what to expect. You tell your partner. Tell your partner all these things. But also one thing that I have to note about family boundaries is some of us, we were very attached to our families. You know, we grew up in a setup we are so attached. And when we get married, you find that some parents are unable to easily let go of their children. And you also have an attachment to your family. Now, if you can get into marriage without knowing how to set boundaries for your parents, your siblings, your grandparents, your aunts, sometimes into your marriage. And by dictate what you should do, because this is your family. You're bound to listen to their advices to some extent. You know. So what's other advice, and you find that they're intruding, they're invading space salon.
You know, that's, you get what I say? I get you. You know, that's very important. You know, we are talking about boundaries, you know, especially family boundaries. Like she said, you know, we are all, no matter how grown up you are, you'll always be your little boy to your mom or dad, you know. But now you need to understand that now you've formed this responsibility and you've actually gone to start your own home, you know. So if now decisions are between you guys, you know, now you remind me of something. These boundaries are like this. You know, I'm not gonna go too much into it, but when we get married, whoever, if it's my family, whoever wants to come to our house, they call Melinda. They don't call me. They don't say, Sam, we are at the door, or we are by Game City, or, you know, we are at Mafenyatlala, we are coming over. No, they have to talk to her to say, you know, Ma Samuele, can we visit you? You know, that's how it is. And then also, in Melinda's side, if they want to come home, you know, they'll talk to me. If there is anybody, a cousin of mine or anybody, there is no, listen, especially this one. When people borrow your things, especially as a family, or money or anything, my family, they shouldn't ask money from Melinda without my knowledge. Are you hearing me? Anybody who wants money, they should go through me. I don't know if you're getting me. Anybody who wants money from my side should go through me, and then we talk about it. There's this thing that now that the people say that after people get married, even pompoela, you know, sepane re hela uta morara no kita bua le mosadi wa me kita uta hore like my guy sepane, you know, it's the little things, guys. It's the little things that you will see that you guys are united. You know, I think we've wrapped out on that one. You know, it's and fun. Then the third thing that we're going to talk about is finances. Finances, guys. We don't talk about finances so much. You know, I think we just leave it to say money is money. We'll see when we get there. But finances are really important. You know, especially when you get married. You know, when you get married, what's hers becomes yours. What's yours becomes hers. You know, and it's very important that you talk about these finances in a sense that, one, dikoloto. Two, talk about what you guys are individually doing that are gonna bring money to the table. Three, talk about if there are investments or whatever, talk about them. But let us start off with, I'll start off with dikoloto. You know, if I get married to you, let's say we get married and you were working, I was working, or the other party was working, the other party is not working, you need to disclose any kind of sekoloto that you have, any kind of debt that you have out there, be it motselo, be it loans, be it any kind of debt, lay it on the table. Let your partner in on it, and especially after, even in marriage, guys, don't just borrow money without letting your partner know. Don't just say no, ke adimile 1,000 nyana mo majiteng ke tata ke mo busa ke le 1. Wa tshwara ke raya. If you're going to do that, tell your partner, babe, we sure ke ne ka letsa semamang and I took 1,000, I'll return it month end. Because your partner will be there thinking that you guys are making progress or you are free from debt, and then month end money has just disappeared from the account. There was 1,000 in the account, like, where's 1,000 in our savings account? It causes a lot of problems and it brings a lot of problems. And also, in terms of finances, talk about what you guys are going to do to bring money into the family. Especially, guys, don't exaggerate your earnings.
Thank you.
Don't exaggerate your earnings. Just be honest with your person. It's very sad, and it's very sad. You find a lot of couples that when, after a year or 2 years of marriage, things start to fall apart. Why? Because when you met each other, the guy or the lady pretended what they are not, and pretended to be what they are not, and they pretended to disclose this large sum of money that they don't even have. Guys, if you're an average incomer, I don't know what's average, I don't know how I can say it. If the little that you have, if you're able to bring in a 200 pula a week, or if you're able to bring 1,000 or 1.5 in a month, don't be shy to tell your partner about it. That's the basis, that's the foundation of you guys forming a lifelong bond together. Don't just exaggerate and talk of this fancy businesses, fancy, people. Maybe you have friends who are doing big things, but just because now you're attached to them, you want to impress your partner with them and say, you can see that I'm working with so and so, we are big people, there's a business that we're cooking, or there's something that we're cooking, yet that you're not even getting a cent from it. So you need to tell each other what you are doing, especially the guys, because ladies are always looking onto guys, what's happening, and especially as a lady, tell your partner what you're on about. But guys, never exaggerate. A woman will love you at the level that you are showing, at the level that you are willing to show them who you are, and they see you build up. That's how you build up together. That's how you build up together.
I like that. Transparency in finances is so important. Just to wrap it up, I'm going to say, like he said, don't exaggerate, because you're giving me a certain picture of a lifestyle that we cannot maintain. We don't have the finances to maintain. And here I am thinking, okay, I Range Rover, then we'll be living Pakalani, that kind of thing when we get married. Then a year into marriage, I'm seeing nothing is changing. We're still the same people struggling, the same struggle that we had. And whenever we get frustrations, I'm looking at my friends. I've promised myself a life that I can't have. I'm not matching the things that I've told people that I'll be able to do. It just brings unnecessary pressure, frustrations.
Not to interfere what you're saying, and to even, like you said, you have stress because you even lied to your family members. You've lied to your family members, you've lied to your mom, to your dad about the kind of person you are getting married to. And it's we always say they shouldn't be involved or whatever, but they are watching, especially parents. Your parents will always love you, and they'll always ask you, what's happening. But if you were honest in the first place about what your partner is doing, then there wouldn't be any pressure. You get what I'm saying? But if you've placed this bar so high and you told them about GD6s, about Mercedes Benzes, after marriage they're like, and then
what happened?
What's happening?
Also, I think it's good to be transparent with finances in the sense that it encourages you to both be honest about where you want to go. If you're looking at your now, and how are you managing that money, it's easier for you guys to plan your future, to say, but babe, in the next 10 years, let's make sure that you and I accumulate maybe jarata, koloi, bana ba rona re bata ba tsena dikolo tsena. So then you can forecast well, you know, when you talk about your finances openly, honestly, transparency.
You see, it's very important. It's a mouthful and it's very important. You see, what she said, that is the building block of your finances. Then you'll be set. You'll know, okay, we are able to manage this 2,000, you know. Maybe she's bringing 500, I'm bringing 1.5, or that month we brought this. Then you are able to plan well and you are able to move forward and life goes on. You know, it's what you can manage.
No pressures, guys.
No pressures. And then the fourth thing that we are going to talk about is, I don't know if this term is okay, or this English will be okay, building each other up. You know, building each other up in a sense that in a sense that, you know, a lot of couples, you know, struggle with this one, you know. And if you don't acknowledge that you're struggling with it, I don't know what kind of help you want, you know. Building each other up, I'll give you, babe. I'll give you. Just wait. You know, building each other up, we are talking in terms of, you know, how you're always looking at let's say you're watching TV, or you see a dress, you see a certain lady. I'm going to speak from a male perspective. Or you watch a TV and you see a certain kind of dress that you like, and it's on a certain kind of lady on TV, you know. And then maybe you see on TV that a certain somebody that you're always watching exercises, you know, they are lean, they have a nice body, you know, everything is going well, they're on fleek 2000 generation, everything is on fleek. Or you go out to the mall and you find, you know, beautiful dresses on other people, you know. Instead of coming home and then I look at men and I'm like, when I can we tell you like, you know, I come with that approach that kanto ena wa apara go rileng but instead of, you know, talking to, the tone matters when you come to your person. The approach, thank you, the approach matters when you come to a person. There's a certain way we lose the battle at the approach. If you come to me with a certain approach, I won't listen to you. I'm just going to discard you. But there's a certain way that you come to your wife and say, baby, you know, I liked this kind of dress. I'd love to see you in it. Or you go and buy the dress and then you come and give them and they be on fleek. You know, because there are certain things that you want from outside. Or even that if you're a couple exercising. If you feel like you as a couple need to exercise, you know, let's be honest. Food is food. Food is nice, guys. Food is nice. Especially when you are a young couple, you know, maybe you don't have a kid yet, you are always out and about. You're going to get fat. I don't know if they told you. You're going to gain weight. People in relationship, they gain weight. People
especially after marriage.
Especially after marriage. You're going to gain weight because you are everywhere. You are at restaurants. You are at functions. Every family that you visit, you are eating. But once you gain or whatever, and you see how we've moved out from what we are, you come to your partner and say, babe, what if we tried gym? You don't come and say, you remember that you are the one who's buying the food and you are feeding the girl, you know. But you have to say, babe, why don't we try out gym? Do things together. Things together,
I love that. I love this topic so much. You're building each other up. I think we get into marriage thinking it's just going to go smooth sailing all throughout, like but I always say, marriage, it takes work, it takes effort from the both of you. It shouldn't be one-sided, you know. if it's one-sided or if we're not working at it, ra go khatlega outside our marriage. Gompieno, for example, I see dude go tirong, always smart, you know, ke formal, you know, ke a khatlega, you know, I'm human. It's human nature. Ke a khatlega ka re, oh, dude o smart. Wa bona, oh, dude o rwala setlhako sena o lebante lena. You know what? Ke simolola go khatlega. The first thing that I should do, approach my husband to say, wait, babe, go na le setlhako se sengwe yana. Ke batla go go bona o se rwele. You know, go to the shop, buy your husband that shoe. So that what the affection comes back into the house. If you don't do that, I tell you, tomorrow you'll be sending dude a text message, leave letter mo phone, or your husband, because you've allowed yourself to do what? To develop desires outside of your marriage. Because you're not building your husband into what you want. So this building each other up, guys, it takes work. It takes work. I'm one person who has been struggling, as even after having our first child, it was worse. I was struggling with my weight. There's a certain body type that I wanted. I still want it today. I still have not achieved it. But he will all the time come to me and say, you know what, let's exercise together. And there are days where I'm like, I can't do this exercising thing. It's just too hard. Can you imagine, guys? And he'll just be patient with me, you know. But okay, fine, we'll try again tomorrow. Let's building each other up, guys. No, it's so important.
No, she said a very important point. She said very important point, guys. It's you are a work in progress. Like she said, you know, the especially I want to talk about Christians, especially you guys. You know, you don't want to talk about issues, and you don't want to be real with yourselves. You know, my wife talked about, if she sees a certain male figure wearing nice clothes, you know, it's like, it's that wow moment. You know, it's that wow moment. The thing is, you guys don't want to admit that you liked a certain thing on somebody. You don't like the person, you like the thing. Instead of you now focusing on that thing, because eventually you develop this temptation towards them. Take the clothes, leave the person. Take the dress, leave the person, and bring them to your house. Put them on your person. Suggest to your person, baby, you know what? I saw a certain shoe at this shop, so and so. Let's go try it out. I think you'd look nicer on it with this. You know, and then the person, that is affection. That is how you build a bond. Now when you look at your person, you're like, my baby's fire. You look at your husband, you say, you know what, my guy, you are handsome. Like there's no one, you know.
It's not about changing a person.
It's not about changing a person.
I don't think you would marry somebody if you didn't like their deep self, like their character. You know, you feel your woman or you know, or when she gets angry, she disrespects you as a man. Those are things you need to sit down now and talk about them than to go and seek for, I don't want to say comfort, but to go and seek for that respect or that from another woman outside. Those are things you need to sit down and talk about. That is still in the arena ya go aga motho wa gago. But we're talking about things that catch the eye. Because
we see, and we are always out there. So that was the fourth one, where we talk about building each other, you know, in terms of that appearance and the approach to your person. Now the fifth and final thing that we're going to talk about is, you know, I think this one we were just discussing it earlier. It just came out of top of our head, and it's like, guys, after you get married, it is our advice, Melinda and I advise that give the first year of your lenyalo, of your marriage, to yourselves. You know, I remember after we got married, you know, we started house hunting, you know, because we needed to fill the house with things. You know, I remember, it's true, because after we got married, that is when we started house hunting, because smaller than an apartment, smaller than a room, now we are coming together after I do, and you want to buy your couches, you want to buy your TV, you want to, they're not gonna fit where you are. So I remember after that we went house hunting, and at first we didn't have much.
No.
When we got in the house, the living room, I think
empty,
we spent a couple of months on the floor, in a mat. I think we had camp chairs. We sat on camp chairs. Slowly we bought the TV that we wanted. Slowly, when months went by, we started buying our sofas. As months went by, we started filling the rooms. But the reason why we say that you guys should give yourselves the first year is because imagine now you're starting to bring all these people into your lives. I don't care if it's your siblings, if it's your relatives or whatever. You're still trying to figure out where you are going
and establish yourself.
I want to talk to real people here. I want to talk to real people who come together and say, I want to build with you, who don't have anything. I'm not talking about established people where you move and say you are moving to that house, a big house or whatever. I'm talking for couples who are starting from humble beginnings. Are you hearing me? So that's what happened. So give yourself time, because if you bring in, imagine I'm bringing in Melinda's sister, or I'm bringing in my brother to come and live with us in our first year of marriage. Arna Stofos was Santa. Harna di sofa. What is this? What are they going to say? People talk. They are going to say, white, but you guys, between you and your wife, you know where you're going. You understand each other, and you understand what's happening. So bringing in people would put you under unnecessary pressure. You'll find that you're going to get things on credit that you should have maybe bought cash. You're going to rush to buy maybe a car. You're going to rush maybe filling your house with unnecessary things that are unbudgeted for. So keep them away. Keep the first year of marriage to yourself. Enjoy yourself. Be with each other. Run around the house naked. I'm sorry to say that. That is the kind of privacy that I'm talking about. You're just trying to be there for each other, to have affection for each other. But if people are there, now it's a different ball game.
We could say so much, because this topic is fire. It's fire. But like he's saying, to wrap it up, the first year of marriage, guys, let it just be you and hubby. Learn each other. How about in the first year, your sister is walking around and then jiggy when how ya holiday, you hear the conversation or the argument you had. Just give yourselves time and space to build, to establish before you can bring in people from outside. Even if maybe and I have a little bit of something, you have a little bit of something. When you come together as two people under one roof, learning each other. Guys, it's not movie. You actually learn you learn what things you thought or you expected of this person are not really what you thought or expected. Imagine Samo brings his sister, and I'm a person who and I don't wash them. How does it look? To him,
it makes her seem like she's lazy. She's a lazy makoti.
So just learn each other. Learn babe. Develop each other in that first year, guys. It can be a honeymoon phase, but you can also get tested in that first year. So give yourselves time, give yourself space.
It's true, guys. We said a lot, like we said, this topic it's the dynamics of it a lot, but we talked about a lot of stuff. And please let us just end it here.
We hope though it was helpful, informative to somebody.
We hope that it was informative to somebody, and that you have gotten the light or the feel of what you can expect. All we want to do is help, especially the youthful marriages. We want long-lasting things. We want everlasting things, you know. And we believe that as we were conversing today, you got inspired and you got motivated. There's nothing to fear, guys. Marriage is nice. Love is okay as long as you know how to talk about the stuff and as long as you know what to expect. Yeah.
So we love you guys. Until our next video.
Peace.